This is my song for freedom. They call me Chris Jokey. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for still God is always with me. Yeah, He's always with me. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home. Yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. I am talking about the holy land, yeah, where God will always reign, and the sun will shine again. So we the people rejoice, yeah, where no one will tell me, yeah, that my song is suicidal, that I will lose my life for singing songs, where there is freedom of speech. Mr. Mepho will remind us, yeah, that we are children of the Most High God. In Jerusalem we meet again, yeah, because we are the children of God, and the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. So yes, we are the children of God. We are praying for the moment, yeah, when heaven will come for us, and the world will talk about us, so no one else have to die. All this nation will respect us, yeah. Understand we just wanna go back home. No amount of conquest to show, yeah. Cause we all got possessed, and the spirit is in me. My director will return home, yeah. Show us love we used to do before. Beautiful faces I will see again, yeah. We need you, we miss you, and we wait on you. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. Our happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. Holy, Nambekano is another Savior. Holy, Nambekano is another Savior. Mugawa, Biafra, we run, baby, it is a chance. The sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and no time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. Rise. Made it through the sun to home. Gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world, I will say good morning, good afternoon, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, for the avoidance of doubt. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uche Okafor, the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Believe me, by now, what you would have been hearing, oh, buy Ego cement, buy Dangote cement, Biafrans are the marketers, yes, buy. No. It remains the only voice of the voiceless. It remains the only voice that is speaking for the Biafran people. And our Deputy Supreme Leader, Mazi Uche Okafor, simply say the heart of this project will not see corruption. And somewhere along the line, our people will understand the implication behind those words. Of course, he's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Imana wu Chineke bu chite ebiusike. Anyị chita Chineke ubi isi anyị ike. Mana anyị chita na onwe onye Chineke kpọtara ka udu anyị n'iji a obi sizikwa anyị ike adị ama ama. He is from Afaribeku. Afaribeku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. And Abia State is Biafra land. It's almost 6 decades now. Nobody has been able to come out and say evil is evil. Not just because of his personal gain, but for the interest of the people, all the people. But those who love him, but those who hate him, whatever he has done, he did it for all of us. And I believe the best thing we can do is to reciprocate. And that we shall, of course. is the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiyama, I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State and Delta State. Every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. And it is a privilege that I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the African rep and the Nigerian international coordinator for the avoidance of doubt, at least till this moment. We can't proceed without acknowledging the Almighty Creator, Chukwu Kikabiyama, the one who lives in the heavens of heaven. The psalmist says, for the heavens and heaven cannot contain thee, O Lord. How dare can we build a house for you? For he is the lifting up of our head. He is a hope in our stay. In matter both great and small, he remains the primordial influence that drives us. He is our wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. For in the end, he is a God and not a man. Ibuchukwu ibuge madwe, Ibuchukwu ibuge madwe, agbanwe, Ibuchukwu obinigwe, Ibuchimehe, Ibuchukwu ibuge madwe. Ibuchukwu onye na-agwọ ọrịa m analego, Ibuchukwu onye na-echi ikpe ziri ezi, nwanne otu onye, Ibuchukwu obinigwe, Ibuchimehe, Ibuchukwu ibuge madwe. Ibuchukwu anya na-ele m ụwa mee, Chukwu nke ndị Biafra ji anyị isi o, nwanne otu onye o, Ibuchukwu akpata na-ekwu nwa o, Ibuchimehe, Ibuchukwu ebuge madwe. N'anyị na-aja gị mma n'eziokwu na ịmara mma ịhụnanya anyị na gị, obiọma gị o juru anya dadi o, inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ịbụ Alfa na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. I will not apologize. It's not my fault. I didn't choose my father. I never chose my mother. These were decisions made on my behalf based on divine precedence. And so why would I apologize? I didn't choose to be a black man. And so why will I allow inferiority complex to muzzle me down and lose focus of who I really am? I'm not, in fact, I'm very grateful that I'm a black man, very grateful that I'm from Abo, very grateful that I'm a Biafran, I'm very grateful that I am that I am. There is nothing you can do about it. You can only envy, you can only work hard to undo us, but in the end, you don't have a say there. You were born one day, and one day you shall die. But soon you will understand. Kingdom fall and kingdom rise. But in the end, God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. We must continue. Without wasting much of our time tonight, we will go to a topic that is simple. What the Biafran youth must know about themselves. What you must know about yourself as a Biafran. You can imagine, it looks as if the whole world has conspired against us. And then who are we at the end of the day? Nothing. But yet, a lot of so much powerful people who are something, are afraid of us. What is their problem? You don't know. Or hopefully you'll be able to know before Fulani herdsmen kill you. Or before you die of heart attack because of Nigerian terrorist policy, economically and otherwise. But as a Biafran youth, there are things you should know. You must know. Whether it is palatable, acceptable by or not, you should know. You must know. I remember my father always said to me, he said, today is the future you are looking for. We keep saying, oh, in the future. It looks like there is a particular day known as in the future. No day known as the future. For today is the future we've only been waiting for. And then you are 13 years, you're doing fine. Next day, you're 35 years, your mother is still feeding you. And then along the line, you are boosting, you are this, you are that. And then your mother is still feeding you until they are very old, using walking stick to go to farm. They are still feeding you. Until you make so much money, but you can't help your parents. Because somebody have placed an embargo to make you, maybe you will understand anyway. And then sometime, we need to begin to think outside the box. It is almost impossible, or rather it is impossible for an eagle to walk or grow with chicken, and expect to soar high. It's not possible. My people make a parable and say, you may not understand it, but in the end, it's Igbo dialect, but they sound like Chinese or Saudi Arabia, who knows? You know, in those days, we have domestic animal for a purpose I don't want to look into or digress towards. But in most cases, all our domestic animal sleeps in the same store. We built one house for them. They go to stroll in the community at night, they enter that store. The chicken will stroll at night, they enter that store. Our pussycat will stroll at night, they enter the same store. Our dog will stroll at night, they enter the same store. Our dog fowl will stroll at night, they enter the same store. Our pig will stroll at night, all of them sleep in one store built for them. Nobody drives them there, they know it's their house already. But there is something amazing. At night, we come and point torch to find out if all of them are back, because we take record of them. And then there is something we always notice. Fowl and goat always drag sleeping space. These are some of the things you may not know. Fowl and goat are always dragging for position, bed position. And that is when there was a day my mother made that parable. My father made that parable. And I said, what do you mean by this? At night, he took me to the fowl house and pointed a torch on the animals. What we saw was one hen and a goat, very big goat, dragging space. The fowl will go and hit the goat. The goat will push the fowl. The fowl will push the goat. The goat will push the fowl. My father said, this is how they will do from this night till tomorrow morning. I said, but why? He said, because this goat don't respect itself. The goat don't respect itself. It don't know it's a goat. He had been sleeping in the same pigeonhole with a fowl. And all of a sudden, he thinks it's a fowl. He said if the goat mouth has enabled the goat to choke like the beak of the chicken, he would have been doing, the goat would have been doing, not knowing that it's good. And so most of us, as Biafran youth, of course, you've been living in this air, and then you think you are a sinner, and as such, you should burn in here. But hopefully, maybe you will understand. No, you can imagine now, some Fulanis are coming to our land and say, we are going to starve you of gold. We are going to starve you of gold. And some of you are going to say, I'm not happy. I'm not eating cow today. Yoshi. You've lost your priority. You're just like that goat trying to drag bed with a chicken because you forget you are a goat. You're thinking now you are a fowl. Oh, okay, no problem. Eat cow. This is the time for you to go to Yoruba pastor and give them 10%. Do testimony. Tell them miracle God have done, because it's a miracle. Beginning of the whole success in everything we are doing. For Fulani to be willing not to sell their cow again, the very cow they don't eat, it's unbelievable, and it's a miracle. And what stopped me from giving God praise for that? He that taught to rugugio, omema he that taught to rugugi, no gakara kerugo. What will stop me from giving God praise? Fulani Hausa don't eat the cow they sell to us because they know what they are doing. And then they say, oh, we'll ban the cow, we'll ban the cow. No, we are panicking. We are panicking. Please don't ban the cow. Give us cow. Sleep with the cow and give us. Poison the cow and give us, because we can't survive without the cow. Let's give God praise anyway. He that taught to rugigio, omema he that taught to rugugi, no gakara kerugo. Hida toturugugi, akmata nekunwa, hida toturugugi, noga kara kerugo, Osatiana. We are very happy that at least, at last, finally, Ruga will go back to Ruga land. Boko Haram will go back to Sambisa forest. Miati Allah and Satan of Sokoto will go back to Satan empire. We are very happy. After a while, they're looking for Ruga. Is it not because of cow? And then you see things are moving on. But of course, as a Biafran youth, there are a lot of things you should know about yourself, but you don't know. And so they bamboozle you, they threaten you, they intimidate you, they harass you. And then we must always be appreciative to the Almighty Creator, Chukwu Kikabiama, who has sent his leader and his deputy to us. And then we give him the praise. Now let's try and analyze them systematically and meticulously. The Biafran youth are the future of the Biafran people. The Biafran youth are the youth of the Biafran people. So if you are a youth, I think my youth president in the village is almost 90 years. That one is not you too. If your village youth president is 90 years, in fact, we begin to manage 50 years below. Anybody more than 50 years is not a youth. If it's your village youth now, it's like my village youth that is almost 90 years, is a terrorist. He's a Fulani headsman. Watch him. Yoruba Wosa Fulani blood is running inside him. 50 years is even too old. But let us go by the Nigerian standard. Hey, we the youth, we the youth. Anything more than 30, 40 is not supposed to be youth. These are the strength of their people. Most of you don't know that the highest growing population in all the world is Nigeria. The highest population of Nigerians are below the ages of the youth. And the highest population of the youth in Nigeria are Biafrans. They knew this. And that is why they are trying to reshuffle our number, indiscriminate killing of our people. But then we are not yet aware of what they are doing. Oh, I also have population because British government rig election. Population census in their favor. But don't worry. You are the future of the people. Today, somebody will soon call and say, oh, I don't hear of Asaba people. Asaba people don't call this radio. But their men are gone. If there are 100 men today that can come out and say, I am Ahaba or Asaba in Delta State, these are the few who managed to survive Obasanjo and Gowon massacre. They killed all their men, both old and young. They carried most of their women away. Today only God knows the name they answer in Ugu Hausa. They shared it among themselves. Go and ask Obasanjo, where did he get the woman she married? All of them, they give them Miriam Abacha, Miriam Babangida, Miriam Buhari, Miriam Tiwa Danjuma, Miriam. Go and watch all these terrorists. Miriam. They killed all their men. They killed all their youth. Obasanjo actually gave order that anybody that carry a bell in between the two legs, they should fire them. And they were executed. The ones who survived were the ones their mother have to dress them as a female. But they are male because they got the information. Then after the war, the remaining men, what did they do? Their parents thought they were going to preserve the next generation. Ahaba people sold everything sellable, gather all the money gatherable, and send the remaining Asaba youth to diaspora. It's unfortunate none of them will come home. Today I see a lot of people, they say, oh, I'm Asaba, you are a criminal. We know the owner of that Ahaba. It's hard to see somebody who is saying I'm from Asaba. Just the same way it's hard to see somebody who is saying I'm from Lagos. We know the secret behind these towns. Benin people who are there yapping, looking for how to insult Biafra, they own Lagos.
But of course, they've cut their size now. They don't know anything. They've reprogrammed their youth. That is why they're either carrying drug or doing 419 without apology or doing prostitution. Because they lose their track. The same way they are doing to us. And you don't want to know who you are. Number two, the youth, the Biafran youth, or the youth anywhere in the world, are supposed to be the strength of the nation. Nigerians are working hard to undermine the youth. Look at them. It's amazing. I can remember like about 11 years ago, I have over more than 30 people working in my factory. And do you know, all of them are Biafran youth. From Bayelsa to Enugu to Akwa Ibom, all of them are Biafran youth. And these are people who just finished their NYSC. All of them graduate. And when they come, I listen to them, they discuss. And in their discussion, this one say, man, I just want to have experience. I want to have experience, you know. I want to work and share. I want to work here. I just look them. I could only remember the story of the pig. The pig, the small pig told the mama, why is your mouth so long? The mother pig looked at the child pig and said, don't worry. Very soon you will know why my own mouth is longer than your own. Because when the pig begin they use the mouth, they dig ground to feed. You go know why your own mama mouth don't blunt. I was just looking at them. Before they buy 3 canvas, they submit application upon application upon application. They will understand the true meaning definition of one Nigeria. And it's amazing today. I came across many of them. They're worse than they have ever been. They've degenerated. And in fact, I called one of them. I said, you see that guy? He said, yes. I said, he's a graduate. He had first class upper, chemical engineering. He's from River State. He was telling me that as a river indigene, when he come out, he will work in petrochemical, he will work in, Nduruma, he will work in share. They will give him scholarship. He was just jumping up and down. I said, look at him now. I won't even employ him if I could employ him to do job of 800 naira a day. But he know the truth. The person said, now wow, Ghana, wow. I said, even including you. You almost abandon my business because I graduate, you are going to look for work. This is what they have reduced us to. Biafran youth. You're supposed to be the strength of your nation. But Nigerian weaken you, destroy you totally. The youth are supposed to be the fear of the enemy. When the youth talk, when Biafran youth, for instance, talk, Fulani, Hausa, Yoruba, they will shift back. No matter how much Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani youth are trying to intimidate Biafran youth, but you will know of the truth that they don't have the capacity. They don't have what it takes to intimidate us. But the point is that we are not intimidating them. We should know we are supposed to be the fear. What makes the enemy fear our nation, Biafra? And then you are speaking about Haneze Ndibu. You are Mayanambo. When Haneze Ndibu youth gather. Now they are not ashamed. They are going to do Iwaji na China, Iwaji na Japan, Iwaji na Saudi Arabia, Iwaji na Jamaica, Ndioshi. That EG you are going to war anywhere. Do they plant the EG there? You see, you're undermining us anyway. Biafran youth must begin to take record of all this. The enemy are supposed to hear about us and then they tremble. You know, an SNDB youth called for meeting. What you see there is in Kobe. Spray money that does not belong to them. It's pathetic. Somebody will gather police. See, money I want spray for this occasion. Now $1 million. Aboramu. Police one no go miss. Ingo de through him. They threw him. All of them, oh, may go. After you go carry cocaine, you die for nothing. Oh, may go. Once I seen they spray the money in the one room, they say, make one no miss, make one no miss, make one no miss. At the end, then go carry and go give them. You go carry cocaine. Omego. You've misplaced your priority. I'm talking to Biafran youth. Wake up. Stand up. Nobody will do it for us except you do it. At the end of the day, where are we now? The enemy is supposed to hear about us and they become afraid. But today, they mesmerize us anyway. The youth are supposed to be the glory of the nation. The youth, a country, a nation is supposed to be proud of her youth. Look at Nigerian youth. In fact, sample your children now if you are in Nigeria. Forget about who you are. Bring your children now and look at them in the face and say, yes, first son. He say, yes, daddy. What do you want to be in life? He said, daddy, omokachi. What? But would you respect Omokachi? But honestly, who are they? Who is Maradona? Who is Pele? You just carry boy, you dribble boy, you become a role model for black people. Why can't you be Bill Gates? Why can't you be Ford, Harrison Ford? Why can't you be all these inventors, Nikola's, Teslas, and the rest of them? So sample Onyibe children. They tell you who they want to be. But sample your child now. Hey, daddy, I want to be a footballer. I want to be Maradona. And you go and buy ball for him and send him to football academy. You see how they are fooling us. Oh, my son want to be a footballer. He can be receiving dollars and pounds. Why can't your son be like Nikola Tesla? Harrison Ford, among others. Then if they don't want to be what is the name of this footballer self? Well, I don't know them before. If they don't want to be a footballer, the next thing you now call your first daughter. Oh, daughter, what do you want to be in future? He said, oh, I want to be Genevieve. Ndioshi. Who is Genevieve? With due respect, who are these people? No, who are they? We all can do what they are doing. So there's nothing to boast there. They're supposed to be the glory of the nation. I'm talking to Biafran youth. Oh, my son is very intelligent. He's a very good actor. He's a musician. Ask your children, who is your role model? Son, we say, hey, Davido. What is the name of the other one? Akinokwa. Then what? Give me their name. If you are a father and your son tell you that, and just slap one teeth out of their mouth. Our children should be telling us who they want to be like. Inventors. They are supposed to be the glory of the nation. But today, what have they reduced us to? Oh, our role model is, oh, daddy, I want to be a governor's son. I want to be a senator. Why do you want to be a senator? I want to loot on check. These are the role model. The youth who are supposed to be the glory of the nation have become a curse. A curse. Look at how our Fulani are very proud of their youth turning to terrorists, kidnappers, murderers, rapers. Yorubas 419, and they are very happy. Oh, their target is let us undo Biafra, and then you are allowing them to undo you. Kokosibe Warrior. Number 5. The youth are supposed to be the fear of the enemy. All of these make them target of their enemy. And at every stage in the history of our people, destroying the youth has always been the most essential target against our people. They knew this. That is at every stage. What they do is they make effort. The youth become the target. At every stage, at every dispensation, the youth are the target. And so you are youth today. You don't know you are the target. Then think again. You are a Biafran woman. Yeah, doing big boy. Don't you know there are states in America where Caucasian live, no black man is allowed there? Don't you know? There are cities in Germany where only the Nazis live. Nobody who is not a German can enter there. Don't you know? Don't you know there are locations as that venue in China, in Japan, in India, in Saudi Arabia, in Malaysia, Indonesia, in India, where if you are not from that place, you can't enter there. Don't you know? Are you not ashamed? Oh, I'm from India. You think every Indian are Indian? Then as a youth, you are very proud. Oh, I'm in America, I'm in China, I'm in Saudi Arabia, my daddy is doing well. Go and look for Alain Messier's son. He was murdered in Dubai, thrown down from upstairs. He thought, oh, it's my daddy. My daddy is the influential governor. He's an influential governor. But of course, to get to the father, they killed him. Go and find out about Nelson Mandela. He had only one son. What happened to his son? He says, oh, brake failed for a motor, and then he had an accident and died. It's a lie. We are the world. We are the children. We are the children of Biafra. And we must stand up and make the world a better place. Don't let your parents deceive you. Hey, your star, you have a star. How do they even say it? Oh, it's not my stuff. You get stuff, you don't have stuff. Forget about the looting fund of your father. You don't have stuff. You don't. Yeah, they are not my stuff. I know my class. You don't have class. You don't, honestly. I'm talking to you, Biafran youth. You know, our brother called and say, we have been crying, oh, they are killing us, they are killing us. I don't want to go there. But of course, if we do not defend our land, who will? Because we are all the above I have said, we become threat. We become threat. We become target. They must stop us. During the slave era, what they did was to kidnap the youth. When they invaded our land, slave era, killing people, they were keeping, in fact, they don't need old men or women. Except for some reason they notice they have spiritual power. Or there is something unique about them. Their target was the youth. Don't you know during slave market, what they check is their muzzle? If you are a man, they check the size of your broad shoulder. Check your muscles, your laps. If you are a woman, they change how pointed your breast is, your hip. The South African woman, France took, and even rape and display in circles until they sell her body part when she's dead. Have they returned the dead body? They target the youth, the prime, the future of a people. And you let them target you because they publish ordinary hungry. You bow for them already. And don't say it is hate speech. You better pray. Hate speech give us Biafra. Because when you let us push for this Biafra with hate action, none of you will like the outcome. Because the end will justify the means. Make no mistake about it. They came. They were kidnapping. They were kidnapping everybody. And at the end of the day, where are we? The same set of people, they now rule us from the youth. The secret is not known to you. And yet, they're implementing so many strategy. So many strategy. Number one strategy they are deploying to still control the youth. I'm not talking about Hausa youth. I'm not talking about Fulani youth. I'm not talking about Yoruba youth. I'm not talking about any youth. I'm talking about Biafran youth. Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, they empower their youth. And they lock up our youth. I have heard people say, don't you know Yoruba are intellectual? In fact, one of my brother, my elder brother, said this to me. If not for the regard I have for my brother, in fact, if he tell me that kind of thing today, the slap I will give to him, he will never wake up from coma. We're talking about employment and the rest of the day. He say, COC, let me tell you. In fact, let me direct so you know he's the one I'm talking about. He's an auditor in Shell. We are talking about how almost 70% of those who work in Shell and oil company are Yoruba people. I was asking, why is it that all the oil company in Nigeria, almost 70% of their workers are from Yoruba land? He said, I don't say that. Don't you know they are educated? Don't you know they are intellectual? If not today, he tell me that and slap what I go give him, no go wake up from coma. Which university then go? Let WAEC release the name of best performing student of this year. It will amuse you that even after 1,000, you won't see any Yoruba or Hausa. But of course, what are they doing to us at the end of the day? What do they call her? Finance Minister, Nigeria. She didn't have certificate. He didn't serve his service. She was there quoting currency. He don't run now. And people say, hey, Buhari give us the result. But we all know Buhari didn't go to school. El Sudani can't even speak Fufude. And you expect he went to school. But of course, you are a hopeless animal and they are going to defend them. El Sudani cannot speak Fufude. Where Buhari come from? But then there are many people who say, hey, we are son, we are going to son it. Buhari, where is your certificate? He gathered the whole son in Africa to represent him. What are they doing? They pick their youth, empower them. You want to see Biafran youth? Go to the prison across Nigeria. You want to see Biafran youth? Go and take census of dead body in the Mediterranean Sea. You want to see Biafran youth? Go to the desert across the globe. You want to see the Biafran youth? Go to all the prison in the world. You want to see Biafran youth? Most of you don't know that almost 6,000 Biafrans are facing death sentence for drug trafficking. And somebody will say, we are doing bad. Who told you we are doing bad? Don't you know that Yorubas that work in airport actually tear your bag when you are traveling? If they don't get anything to steal, they will side drug there and send it to diaspora. When you are carrying it, they catch you. That is your end. Don't you know Yoruba that work in airport with Hausa, that those of you traveling, in fact, you are traveling with bag. Chain it and unchain it and unchain it and unchain it. Once you hear the temper with your bag, raise alarm, because that is what they do. So you know the location where our youth are. They look for the slightest opportunity to kill our youth. Biafran youth. You just be driving, on a motorcycle. You have particulars, well registered. You get to a checking point, and a policeman, Hausa Fulani, terrorist, Nigerian Boko Haram security agent, he says, stop, you stop. They know who you are from your intonation. Yes, particular, you give them. Yes, road safety, you give them. Yes, vulcanizer certificate, you give them. Whatever doctor permit, you give them. Whatever weather permit, you give them. And when they have asked for every assable, nowhere to indict you. They say, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You say, officer, I don't understand, though, because they are only officer in the world that don't have office. Nigerian police don't have office, but they are the one that answer office. And so the moment you say, officer, what is happening now? Allow me go now. I'm not working. I'm not home money. The next thing you hear, you know that Nigerian police and army, all these terrorist security agencies, they are all musicians. You begin to hear, do something before the show, do something before the show. Okada driver, do something before the show. Mulwe driver, do something before the show. With the more show, it don't come gone. The next thing, they shoot you. And then the next thing you hear, oh, Abadibe have vowed he will pursue these terrorists. The governor, okay, also have vowed we will not let this band dead in vain. It's a lie to Aburozie. That is where it ends. Pages of newspaper. But you are dead, you are dead. You become a target because they don't want us to have future. But we know this already, and we want you to know the same thing, and then you buckle up. They frustrate us with unemployment, harassment, intimidation. In the end, it leads to many of us dying across the globe. Somebody called me, it should be this morning. He said, sir, there is information I want to give you. I said, go ahead. He said, do you know there are people, they are moving from motopark to motopark. They will talk Biafra matter. Once you put mouth in that Biafra matter, oh, sir, they will carry you and go and kill you. The person finished. I allow him to finish. He finished. I said, is that true? I said, please, the person that told you this thing, tell the person I need location. He was the one told him me. No, he's not the one told me. I said, I need location. After told me now, and I said, no, somebody was told me. I said, go and tell the person told you to come and be told me. Because me, I want to be told. Can't you use your sense? Wolf, wolf, wolf. Daddy, wolf, wolf. There is no wolf. Wolf, 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 wolf. Daddy, wolf. There is no wolf. The day wolf will come, you will say, wolf, wolf, wolf. Your daddy say, don't mind him. That is how he always plays. He's always playing. But of course, I hope you will understand as a Biafran youth. They harass us, they intimidate us, they mesmerize us. What have they not done to us? In the end, they fear us. Man always fear that which they cannot understand. We even help them in the killing of our youth. We help them. They have put every machinery in place to reduce our number. Let me tell you one thing. It's amazing. I talked to somebody about 4 days ago, somebody very close to me. And he said, this thing you are doing, Nigerian can kill you. Have you considered your position? I said, but I'm dead before now. Am I better than those who have died? If I am alive, it's not because I'm better than those who died for Biafra. Maybe there is more purpose to why I'm alive. And I've prayed to the Almighty Creator himself. Prove yourself that you are in this or you are not in this. And we'll have the confidence assurance that he's the one who is guiding us. And the person was shocked. And she said, do you know I pray every day for you? Every day I tell God, if you know you are not in this thing, frustrate Onyibe out of IPOB. He said, I'm still praying. And so honestly, Chuko Kikiabiama, if I am not meant for this purpose, if I'm not supposed to follow Manzana, the Kano and Uche Mefo to restore Biafra, please raise saboteur to frustrate me out. After all, the brave soldier is the one that go to war and come back, not the one who kill all the enemy and they kill him in the end. Adia mama. What am I saying? In the end, God's hand is involved in what we are doing. But we will not understand. We help them to kill our youth. We came out for protest one day. And by the time I stood on top of a high tower, I want to see the beginning of the crowd and the end of the crowd. My God. My God. Mazuche before we say, my goodness me. I couldn't see the beginning of the crowd, neither the end. And I said to myself, do you mean we have such number of youth still in Biafra land? I tell you, Nigeria has not recovered from it. Because they thought they have finished silencing us. You go to your village now, you hardly see people. But take a town crier and make an announcement. It will amaze you people that will come out inside that bush. I was amazed myself. Do you mean we have the number of people like this in our villages as scanty as it is? Unbelievable. Nigeria has not recovered from it. But it's amazing. They're working very hard to bring us down. And you are helping them. A lot of Biafrans have become instrument to killing Biafrans. Now, let me tell you something. As a child, I was born in the society where there was no church in Abo. Every house in Abo, where I come from, they have their shrine. My father's shrine is inside the tools box. In that tools box, you have hammer, you have chisel, you have cutlass, you have nail, ngongo na ngongo, even bearing, spice have all this. Whether they go mechanic, you go pick all of them, put them inside one container or one corner of the house. Every Sunday we keep fire, pour blood there, pour libation. I was born in a society like that until Yoruba people brought church to Abo. but know where I'm going to. I was, oh, his father is a governor. My father is a pastor now. He's a general overseer for the avoidance of that. He's not dead, he's alive. He's a general overseer of his own church, or Setiana. But that is by the way. So I come in that era. And then they will say, oh, this one is witch. This one is wizard. We call them Obuma and Amisu. The general name for witches or wizard is Onyugu. And as a child, I'll be coming back from school. I will see the youth stoning old woman. And most of these old women, because I have a grandmother I love. I love my grandmother. And then I will see somebody as old as my grandmother. Then the youth in the community will gather and be stoning her. Till she died, they will say she's a witch. There is a horrible sight of a woman I saw as a child. Old woman that should be around 107 years. They stoned this old woman. She crawled inside the gutter, stayed under the pavement. They were stoning her from both sides. All her face was peeled up. She was dying. She couldn't express herself. It's a horrible sight, I must tell you. And what is her crime? They say she's a witch. But it's amazing. 40 years on. I see on Facebook, oh, we were in the hostel, one bed just fall and he become a witch. Are you that daft? Don't you know that the difference between aircraft and witchcraft is because one is made by Igbo and the other one is made by black man? Don't you know that the difference between Holy Ghost and Satan, demon, is because Holy Ghost is Igbo and demons are black man? Are you that daft? I see a lot of people, oh, we are Agbo Vigilante, we are Anambra Vigilante, oh, we are Bayelsa Vigilante, we are Enugu Vigilante, oh, we are Kwabon Vigilante. We call these young boys, they were trying to steal, we caught them. Then you have tied them with barbed wire. Then you have prepared to hang them. And you now tell them, oh, yeah, confess. Confess. When they are confessing, you are slapping them. And in your mind, you are protecting our thunder will fire all of you. Don't you see how they interview Boko Haram? They give them pancake, raw powder very well, balance on a chair. And then another terrorist will now put camera. Don't you know that Nigerian police are the one guarding Hausa people to go and protest, carrying hanky for them? They now ask Boko Haram, yes, you are Boko Haram? I hope so. He said, yes, I'm Boko Haram. He said, okay. How have you been operating? He said, work is good, work is good. It's okay. Have you raped any woman? He said, yes, plenty. I've raped. I've raped. You have raped. Okay. Have you collected money? Plenty money. Do you do gun? Yes, do gun. Then when you finish, he say, they say, oh, hold on. They will give him pure water. Or would you make? Or like a Sarah, as the case may be. Then they now tell the world, this is a Boko Haram, they were caught, and as they are repenting, we will see how we can. Did they not tell you that Boko Haram, that the cat is qualified to be a Nigerian president? In the era? And then you are telling them, you want us to say, oh, you are formidable, you are Bakasi, you are Uchendo, you are Uchenilo, you are Gune Chemba, you won't Yoshi. You won't Yoshi. Buadike, Mbeyi Kemiri, Achowadike. When you catch a Biafran, you twist a thief. You treat their fuck up and let them go. Can't you learn from Adamu Farouk? You are helping them to reduce our youth. Defender of the Biafran nation. Don't you get it? With all this mean strategy, they undermine the power of the youth. And eventually they manipulate us. And in the end, we become youth. Go and look at task force looking for people or hunting down people who are doing fire. They are all a job. They are all Niger Delta. They pick you, give you some stipends. You now begin to show them the creek. Amechi was the major sponsor. Today, where are you? Is it not Hausa that is doing the bunkering? Is it not Hausa Nigerian army that are doing the fire? Wike said so. And then there is a blasphemy, Of course, they control Yoruba. Yoruba say no. Amere deny. Amere Nyoshi. Biafran soldier, wake up. Biafran soldier, youth, wake up. Because you are Biafran soldier in the end. Biafran youth, wake up. Because you are Biafran soldier in the end. No matter the crime of any Biafran soldier, do not aid them to kill our people. But in the end, Biafran you, this is the time for you to rise up. But you fail to do that. You never know what is coming. I'll be back in a minute.
This song is dedicated to the victims of this genocide. Those who lost their lives from 1967 to this very moment.
I had to do this song with Wee-Woo. My brother, man, I don't believe you. Shake a man to the beat, yo. My brother, man, listen up. Tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell the wounded he's gonna be alright. The spirit of our fathers be alright. Follow me, tell everybody he's gonna be alright. See them alone wanna bring us down. The money that we keep rising up. See betrayers wanna bring us down. The money that we keep rising up. Bring your gun and your bullet and bazooka and your grenade and Biafrans. We will fight till the end. See them saboteurs playing cowardice in the corona. But we will win them all. I say we will win them all. The Kano is the leader. He says he's gonna be alright. He's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier.
Yes, sir, we must continue. Biafran soldiers, Biafran youth, you are indeed the current soldier. Wake up. Our lines are open and our WhatsApp line is 070-815-456-42. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-456-42. And our special line for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female 081-288-58614. And our direct line is 081-221-52971. Our direct line once again is 081-221-52971. Caller on the line, are you there? Your name and where are you calling from? Go ahead, monitoring spirit.
Biafra land. IPOP member. Coordinate zone. Coordinate enterprise. Yes, David. Chairman. Deputized by Martin. When I see so, my story, we are resolute. What is that? Onye nzọpụta ọ ga-awụte mma ya nwụdere ihe a na-ata ụwa dị ihe a ga-akọcha. Anyị sitere ya ịhụ na anyị nọ in a very serious danger now. Every Biafra land knows the truth that as I'm talking to you now, our land is on 100% siege. Trump, you must take notice of the this message. My Lord, our personal Savior, Kano. Ya Madora, no way up. You find the message. No protest. You are going to have. Take a lot of the time to see the number. Only time to be there. You are Biafra all over the world. Listen. You have a child. You have a child. Your child has an apology to anybody to demand their responsibility upon him or her. The answer is you. You will not tell me that I will want a flight to go to Ghana through any other way. Through somebody who has nothing to do with me, with my family, with my lineage. You now want me to seek apology that he has sacrificed everything, that it is only through him. As I say, lie. I am okay to go watching of Google, letting my Biafra or someone and then to take a level. Like I feel the case the world of the Biafra. Without Biafra, the earth will break. And it is not a threat, it is a promise. Biafra all over the world. Get ready. Biafra all over Biafra land. Get ready.
Thank you.
If you have no money for God, go and get guys. Shop it front and back at the mouth of it.
Thank you very much. Biafran youth must wake up. Now, they are taking your fingerprint. Most of you don't know that they are taking record of Biafran youth already. Those of you who marry Onyibe, or those of you Biafrans who have children outside Nigeria, watch the European country among others. They are taking your children's fingerprint. They are taking their record. But it won't save anybody. It won't solve any problem. The only place to make this Biafra issue end peacefully is to dismember this zoo called Nigeria. Everything all of you are doing, we are watching. Are you there? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there? That is the problem with some of our people. But we must continue. Call on the line. Are you there? Call on the line. Are you there? When you call me, put attention on your phone. Behave like a Biafran. Most of the people who are doing this are supposedly Biafran youth. Can you hear me, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? If you call me, you are not listening to your phone, I will cut you off. You know, there is no time, honestly. Caller on the line, are you there?
Yeah,
good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ebe.
Go ahead, please.
I want to appreciate God for what He has been using people in my different people. So long I've been trying to do this line, but it has not been easy. So, if I'm jumping, what I want to say is it's true that I've come to realize that because whenever you say Abo is good, you are more evil than Anakba or any bit. I'm beginning to realize that in fact you are not just speaking about it straight. See, what you are just doing, I believe that it's only God that sent you, and I pray that God will strengthen you more. So on that area of our youth being reduced to nothing, in fact, they really amazing. These people, in fact, they plan it with all manner of strategies to make sure that they execute their project normally. if you come to our villages or even the towns, you see that our youth are being frustrated. And many of them now engage in thinking of this Kaika Ogogoro and so on. If you see them, they are frustrated. And most of them are graduates. When they have tried all they can in order to make life, they see that nothing is working. Like I myself, I know what I went through. You know, exam of pattern, the way you say the ban on importation of the ban product. And that was what brought me to where I am now. But I'm not regretting it because I now see that God has started his work in our own time. I pray that God will strengthen people more. Anyway, I live in Oka and I'm also an IPOB member. But the surprising thing in Oka is that it's like these people in Oka, our youth in Oka, they are even helping the Yoruba and the Hausa Fulani to do the job. If you see the type of killing in Oka, hello, am I coming out?
Claire, go ahead, please.
To see the kind of killing in Oka, and at the end of it, in China, like today, I heard from somebody saying that it was somebody who they looked at somebody who is supposed to be representing the youth, or even the Biafra, is the one sponsoring the killing. And because he's in politics, and I believe that this the reason why he's doing this, in fact, he's working for some set of people because he's not ordinary. And if a man or a Biafran person shouldn't have that sort of sponsoring youth to kill themselves among themselves, what are they dragging? Nobody knows. And the same person is in charge of the illegal extortion of money from both the market people and keke drivers, transport people. In fact, if you see the type of menace happening around Oka, in fact, you pity people. I will end there, but I have to appreciate our spring leader, Mazi Nandi, who can, in fact, he's a God, in fact, he's the Moses of our time. That is all I have to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We must continue. Are you there? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp.
Good evening, Mazi.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, Mazi George Onyibe. Idi Omendi on the line.
Go ahead, please.
I appreciate the effort of my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the deputy leader, faithful IPOB members around the world for our own efforts to make sure that Biafra is being restored. Mazi, there are two things that you make mention tonight that I want to touch this night. Number one, our people being the one that is being molesting our people in the name of one force or the other. Some of our people are in police, some of our people are in army and every other forces. Last meeting we held in our own zone, there was a report. Somebody make a very terrible report that he was inside Keke in Naba and he found out what our own people, I don't want to go deeply the people that I'm talking about. If I mention the people that I'm talking about, many of us will got hungry. But to be lightly, our own people, the way they treat our own people. You know, all these outside people, when they want to maltreat our people, they make use of our own people. Every checkpoint, they will send out our own people to be on the roadside, and they will give them order and command on what to do. Now, I want to pass a very direct information. Sometimes you come into IPOB and you take an oath, maybe one thing and the other, you go out and took any position in Nigerian forces. Tomorrow they send you out to molest our people. You may even molest our direct principal officer. Maybe he is driving keke or motor or whatsoever. You don't know that he is an IPOB member like you, because he is not your coordinator or is not your member or one thing and the other. You don't know him in person. Remember the oath you took. Then you are not in IPOB, but you are Biafrans. You are molesting your own brother because of the direct order they give to you to do this and that. They don't send you to Boko Haram. They don't send you to all these Fulani people to molest them. Can't you reason? Can't you think for once? Yesterday I was in my house. Somebody called me all the way from Anambra, not knowing that he is calling a wrong line. So do you have some boys to give? Taking people into there is one time force that he mentioned that yesterday. Do you have boys to give? I was very, very sad within myself. So this is what these people are doing, especially there in Anambra. They are still taking our boys into these stupid forces. Why are they keep on taking our boys? One, to go and kill them. Two, to use them against our people. This is why they are recruiting our own people. They know very well that we are against the country, rightly. But they use these positions because of lack of money, because of poverty, because of the condition we found ourselves now. They call us into services to kill us and to use us against our people, so that we will say, hey, you see, if it's even our people that is killing us, it's even our people that is doing this to us. You that is going there to take this position, how much are they paying you? At the end of the day, they will owe you. They will not pay you. Why can't you use your brain and know that the war is against us? And this very war that is about to come is the time that you're supposed to defend your land, the time that you're supposed to defend yourself. When you go there and kill your fellow brothers that you're supposed to stand with to defend your land, what do you think will happen to you when they break this war? Because they are the same people that will break the war. They were the same people that will turn against you and you will die at last. So automatically, they will kill you. Biafrans, it is time for you to wake up. All these forces is not for us. We have our own force. Join IPOB and join the volunteers. Join the force that you will stand to defend your land. I don't have much to say, my Judge Onyibe. I greet every faithful IPOB.
Thank you very much.
IPOB.
We must continue. Thank you. Go ahead, please, Ada.
May Chuku Okike Abiyama bless you. May your days be like tomorrow that has no end. I appreciate you this evening. I am Agowine, Umechem Zone 2. I appreciate Chuku Okike Abiyama on behalf of your life and the entire IPOB. Those who strongly believe in the acceleration of Biafra. May Chuku Okike Abiyama strengthen us. With what you have said this evening, I come to realize that there was a time early this year when Biafrans, people in Bakassi, and those Bakassi people were like collecting the information of our people, taking the Boko Haram people, taking them to the junction where they can arrest our people in the name of cultism. And after they must have arrested our people, they have destroyed our youth, calling them names, making sure that the whole world will see them as criminals, telling them that they are criminals. They now, at last, Nigerian government turn against them and say, oh, you, come down. As a Bakassi member, all your weapons, you should drop them. Can you imagine that? Because you say that, all the whole chiefs, all the whole elders, all the whole kings who have betrayed their youth, anytime the Nigerian government will come against them, it will be like that song, Bodike, Bodike, Mbihike Mere, Achawadike. Now that our chiefs, our elders have been pointing our youth, destroying our youth, killing our youth. People will go to the market, they will not come back completely again. People will go to occasion, they will not come back completely again. A time shall come when these senators, a time shall come when these presidents, a time shall come when these governors, a time shall come when the kings of these villages and the leaders of these villages will look for a helping hand. By that time, it will become too late for them. They should go on. But Chuku Okike Abiyama and the land of Biafra will never let them go. It will destroy them because they have done abominable things. I am crying with the deep soul of my heart as a nursing mother. For somebody to wake up because of your greed, you sell your own generation, the future of your family, the future of your community, you sell them because of mere money. Bakassi have done their own worst. They took the whole Boko Haram, took them all on Biafran land, showed them all the creek where they can get children, young youth that are smoking, young youth that are parading, young youth that are playing draft. Right now, after Nigerian government have succeeded in knowing all the look and corners of Biafra land where they can get our youth, they ask the people of Bakassi to drop their guns, to drop their weapon. No, they don't want them to go out. Whenever they will come against them, Bakassi men, Bakassi women, they will look for youth, they will not see. They will look for, they will stand for them, they will not see. Their days are numbered. Both the leaders in the villages, both the chairman in the villages, both the aces in the
Unfortunately, Zoo Epileptic Network at its best. Call on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
Rabbi Charles, I greet Biafran's friends, Biafrans and people lovers. Let me go back from the first segment. There are things that you pointed out that I want to kind of paraphrase a bit because it's very important. You see, our people, I go talk for pidgin English. If left for me, I would have said it in a native Igbo language so that others will pick it up. But it's not. I won't be fair. Make I tell you now, if you get money for zoo this thing, zoo bank, make you go take them, change them to Trump. If now 1,000 Trump you get, or 2 or 10, keep them there. If you want to spend money, make you go take 100, go change them, spend them, make you keep your money for Trump this thing, because you get the thing when Onyibe talk, my mind don't go there, but I know one go talk and for line. But I know get the forum. We want to set up Men of Valor forum where we're going to do heavy things and where we're going to discuss hard issues where they would affect our people and solve the problem right away. We go take clearance from Onyendu, come do this thing. I don't hint so many of my guys and people where I know where they this movement. Make we do something, This make you when waiting Onyibe talk. I don't put my mind there. I don't do something, but I know we go talk. I'm here in case if something happen, because and these people where we send me them come out. They say they no go do cattle business again. See what in them go do you. They no go do anything like because again a higher power. Now so the one thing will remain that to withdraw their soldiers where they put down there. That thing go happen. Then go withdraw their soldiers. Once that thing happen, say Biafra don't come. Our leader, that man, I know, waiting, I know go talk everything where God they tell me about the man. Well, when they look at they think say na your classmate or na your age mate or what better one. You they make mistake, I they tell you, the man don't go far. I don't go come for radio, this holy platform, come they talk waiting, I don't know. Everybody they different club. You get the club where you go there. If you see somebody where they fast lane, the club will tell you about the person. I go talking like this, may I leave him. But if you do so now, waiting at the envisage, go carry, this thing where I get some people where they Yankee, where they Trump country now, then get things where they for their house, just in case if anything happen, then go last there for 100. I mean, say then go last there for something like 3 years inside, then they go come out. Then get waiting, then they study them, Go check him online, he did there. And you, Salt, do all something before. Salt no go feel hammer us again. Make you think about him. And you get this thing where they say, may they carry their nama go. Then go carry their nama go. But our people wait there for not. Make una begin, make una wait, come back. That thing where you see, say you they do. And they do for their place. And then one go do for your place. You say no. Organic in amazing at their place. Make you carry that thing where they do. Come down to east, Biafran land, come to do them. If you no get customer, make you stay there. And last thing will go happen, make I tell us, that last thing will go happen, as it happened in Exodus, that's so it will take happen. When God say, now that final miracle, they hear, they listen, make I hear whether somebody, God don't talk to somebody. But I go start from myself. If when God, before them come out from that place, from that slave, all these people, these Egyptians, will exploit them, extort them, as Onyibe talk, collect money indirectly, directly, using their people. God said, now, may you go, tell them, may them give you articles of silver, articles of gold. And articles, now gold, you see, now gold, that can be. The money where you they carry, they spend, now gold. Or now gold, and they use mint money. If you get gold bar now, then go back and off, they can make money. Because if they say, make people they trade with gold, you know, go work. So they can't take gold, they mint money. If you don't get enough gold, you know, go get enough money. You know, go print, and they know they print money and minting. That's why then they use gold, they back and off. Now God say, may you go tell them, may them give you articles of gold. That is gold. So then go, when they enter their place, then come they give them that thing willingly. They no ask question. Now, how come the people where they kill you before begin give you something? Don't say God and they there. Now waiting, the last one will go happen. This thing where they do, then get level, make you no go jump, make you no go listen. The first level, now personal, individual level, now high profile, where you they do heavy business, and then they so you feel go do them. The other one, now state level, state versus state, then go, the Biafran state go demand for them, make them pay damages, then go do them. And the last one, at international level, all the things where they take, where they destroy, where they kill, then go pay the reparation on international level. That thing, then they call wealth transfer. God go transfer their wealth, their money, come take and give you, settle you before you go come out. They no go, you no go empty-handed. Make you know the run. Say you want go meet Biafra, go back to Biafra. You know go enter Biafra as you did so they listen to me. You know go enter Biafra empty-handed. If you never sabi prayer now, make you change your prayer and make you know go jump. If you know get clarity, ask Onyibe, make him contact me. I go explain to you on one-on-one, but it go clear you. Onyibe go clear you. I no go talk to Sabotua. Because you know, many of us no understand waiting they happen. All of a sudden, people will say, Naruga, Nama, do or die. All of a sudden, they come to record their Nama. Now, then go record their soldiers. Then go record their, this besiege. Then go record them, say, make them come out. They get power where they do them. Only do they there. When I know, the man say, I got him out name, but I'm a name with him to Abba is onye Oceano. Or you not chop or bang ihe ọ chọrọ ime. Ha ga-eji ọsọ na ufe fere na shiga azụ na daura. I nwere onwe gị. Mana na-agwa Chukwu okike abịama na ị gaghị agba aka wee na. This Biafra, ị gaghị abata Biafra broke. Ebe anọ kịta, Maazị Onyibe ka ọ dị. Thank you very much. Ndewo sir.
my son, you could be ready to lay good foundation. Earlier the better. In the nearest future, you will be one of the leaders. So we pray. Amen.
Biafran youth, get ready. Biafran youth, get ready. Because one day, are you there, caller on the line?
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Mmesomo Kwoma, and I'm calling from Aba. So thank you for tonight's program. I've been looking forward to it. I want to talk to my fellow youth, the Biafran youth. My fellow Biafran youth, please wake up now. To tell you the truth, we don't have any future in Nigeria. Wake up now and join Biafran Restoration. For in Biafra, we will graduate from school and immediately get to work. In Biafra, we will be proud of whom we are. Nigeria don't have any hope. We don't have any hope in Nigeria. Nigeria want to destroy us. We Biafrans, Nigeria want to destroy us. So my fellow youth, wake up now, please. We don't have any hope in Nigeria. Can you imagine that most of Nigerian graduates are driving keke? Please, my fellow youth, wake up now. Join Biafra. Join any nearest IPOB. Don't say you are too young to join IPOB. Don't say you are too young to be a freedom fighter. Please, wake up now. Thank you, sir. This is all I have to say for now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Those who have ear, good night. Let them hear. Those who don't have ear, no problem. We know what they are doing. But the point is, the frustration that will kill them is the knowledge that we know what they think they know that they know. Hey, we will not give you cow again. Somebody won't eat ants. Ant come fall inside palm oil. That one no be express. We will not say cow. We are now actually in, how do they say it? Cow strike. Let us sensitize the cow. Even though they want to chop you, don't let them chop you. We could not know what, I never know it. We'll tell you every day. The day all those army occupying our land will leave this place, they will forget their bossa. You are a Biafran woman following them. Be packing your load. All of you will run. You don't know what is pursuing you. You are a Biafran youth. You are romancing with one another. All of you get ready. You will cross boundary. Is it a threat? No. It's a promise. Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, my African rep,
I will advise you to move away from your radio, off your radio. You notice I've not picked your call since, because it's like it's your pattern.
I've done that.
Yes. That is why I've not picked your call. I've seen how many times you call, but it's like your radio is more interested than what you want to say. Go ahead, please.
I'm sorry about that. It's just I'm calling my system, so I'm trying.
Then you move away from your system. We shout it every day. Is that to encourage us or to frustrate us? Is your system to encourage me or to frustrate me? So don't try to defend yourself. Just note my warning and move ahead, please. I'm still hearing the hollowing back. It's still hollowing back to me. I'm still hearing it. I'm still hearing it. And I know those listening are still hearing it.
I've moved away completely.
Go ahead, please. The world is listening.
Thank you. Good evening, Biafrans from all over the world. Good evening, good Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, good Biafrans from all over the world, depending on your time zone. I remember Mazi Ajizogu Chukwemeka Wankwo, also known on Facebook by the name Zalem Chukwu Batista. By the grace of Chukwu Kabiama, I am the Deputy Coordinator of IPOB, Umechin Zone 2, Aba. Mazi Onyibe, your topic tonight is very interesting. Biafran youth, wake up. I want to speak to Biafran youth this very evening. If you're a Biafran youth, I want you to pay attention and listen to me. We are not here to beg you. The indigenous people of Biafra, under the command and leadership of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are not here to beg you. We are not begging you. We will not beg you. It's about time you wake up. We are giving you this instruction for you to wake up. Our land is under siege. From the length and breadth of Biafra land, we are fighting war. Some of you believe that the war will not come. The war is on our doorstep as I speak to you this very evening. Fulani herdsmen, they have threatened us with war. They have threatened us and they have executed their threat. They looked upon us and dare us. They come to our land to tell us they are not going to sell cow to us because they want to impose Ruda on us. Fortunately for us, an Igbo brother from Enugu signed that document for Biafra land to be closed, for Biafra market to be closed in Enugu because they want to sanitize cow. You can imagine that. Some of you Biafran youth, you will spend all your day in gossiping. You gossip from morning till night. You are gossiping from one media chat, one Facebook account to another Facebook account, looking for who is the richest musician in Nigeria, looking for who is the richest musician in the world, comparing the richest governor and the other governor. You have become so lazy and useless. Nnamdi Kanu is more educated than all of you put together. A man that came out to sacrifice his entire family, a man who has promised us with his life and blood, a man who has sacrificed his family, he is still sacrificing his family for us to fight and get what we have been looking for. He is more wiser than all of you put together. He has asked us to come out and support this struggle Biafra, but you choose to be gossiping. Let me tell all of you Biafra youth listening to me all over the world, most especially those of you in Biafra land. When this war comes, when this war starts, it will affect you, it will affect me, but it will affect you most because you have been lazy. For those of you who have been looking for where Biafra and is doing that training, the cheapest way for you to become a military personnel is to wake up every morning by 3 a.m. Start doing your frog jump. Start doing your road walk. Start giving yourself some physical exercise. Most importantly, you must learn how to control hunger. Because I have noticed that hunger is what the Fulani are using to torture us. And most of us, our stomach is very important to us than any other thing. Some of you Biafra youth, you cannot do without nama. You want to eat cow on Monday, you want to eat cow on Tuesday, you want to eat cow all the rest of your life. Since you have been eating cow, have you grown on? What have you achieved in eating cow meat? You cannot have respect for the fallen heroes of Biafra, let alone cautioning yourself and discipline yourself the most. Those of the Fulanis that sell cow meat in Biafra land, none of them eat cow meat. They sleep with their cow, they do ritual purposes with their cow, they deploy it to Biafra land. Longer throats, Abirogologo, hunger cannot allow us to respect ourselves, discipline ourselves. Some of you come to media and start shouting, we need war, we want to go to war, we want to march, we want to march. Have you gone to war with your stomach? When was the last time you stopped eating cow meat? For your information, some hardcore Biafrans have started growing, they have started rearing cows in their home. Some of them have started rearing chicken. Goat meat is more proteinous than cow meat. Discipline yourself. Stop eating cow meat. And for those of you who want to go to war, who is waiting for Nnamdi Kanu to march, we need order. We want to march. When was the last time you stopped attending Yoruba churches? Most of you have continued to deprive this struggle. You have been delaying this struggle because you are a sponsor of Yoruba churches. You want Biafra on Sunday, you go to Yoruba churches and worship. I have been waiting patiently for where the day Kumuyi or the founder of Winner Chapel, why that is name already, we come out and say, fellow Nigerians, we thank God for today. Let us pray for IPOB who have been supporting the struggle for the restoration of Biafra. You see those people, they have been supporting Biafra restoration. They are not terrorists. Let us ask God to grant them their heart desire. They can never do that. He can never do that because He's enjoying the benefits from the misery of Biafrans. These are the people we go to pay our tithe and offering to. People who have not encouraged us spiritually, they have never encouraged us physically, they have never encouraged us emotionally. They have been destroying us psychologically and otherwise. They feed for our misery, like Master they always put it. These are the people we go to on Sunday, we worship in their church center and pay them for our foolishness. Biafra youth, if you're a Biafra youth and you are still enjoying the sweetness from cow meat, you still go to your churches on Sunday, you stand on Venus stand instead of you to buy your newspaper and get out of the Venus stand, you want to gossip. You want to look for the latest Nigerian musician that is richer than from the rest. It is high time you wake up. Fulani, they will march you down in your community. They will wipe you out in your community. Mazi Jojo Onyibe, I want to pass this information very quickly. Do you know that SARS now enjoy arresting Biafrans youth in Aba every Friday?
They are running for Boko Haram. All of them are deserting the army for ordinary lunatic who don't even eat properly. But of course, it's their time. It's their time. Time will come. Time will come.
A friend of mine who works in SARS confided in me that they always tell their boss on Friday evening, boss, give us instruction, give us go ahead, let us go arrest some of these boys that drinks in brothel, that drinks in motel, and tag them IPOB members because we don't have any money in our pocket. Sometimes the boss will give them go ahead, but when you are doing it, be conscious about it because IPOB, they're everywhere. They pass that information. Don't tell them that you are arrested because of IPOB, but in the statement, just like that, they are IPOB members. You see them doing meeting. This is what has been going on in Biafran land.
But I was kidnapped and charged for unholy gathering now. I asked them, who was I gathering with? They kidnapped me and they charged me for unholy gathering in the Ushi, expired criminal country like Nigeria. Go ahead and summarize, my brother. Just go ahead and summarize.
I have already summarized. Please, I want to appeal to you, Master George Onyibe. There is a song I sang, which I told you last time. I sent it to you on this WhatsApp number. Please,
resend it again. Resend it again. Resend it again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, we must continue. Biafran, you, this is a clarion call. Don't let anybody deceive you. Are you the one deceiving your mommy? Oh, mommy, why are you even following them? I'm sorry for you. Oh, daddy, why are you supporting them? I'm sorry for you. Oh, daddy, mommy, you are the one deceiving your son. Sonny, Dotani, don't follow them. I'm sorry for all of you. Because, are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there?
Onyibe. Good evening, sir.
Go ahead, please.
My name is Mazin Dupezo. They're calling from Aba right now. I hear from Enugu province, and now not as a president, brother. I thank you for what you did for us, and I thank Chuko Kadama for bringing Mazin Mahmoud Uchemeso, and all the principal officers that are working assiduously to stop Biafra. It is not easy, but by the grace of Chuko Kadama, we are moving closer to the freedom. But one thing that is holding us back is that our people has been eaten up, especially our youth. Because if our youth can agree to wake up today, our aged fathers and mothers, to wake them up will be very easy. But our youth has been caged. They are in the cage. In the cage, which is the cage of Nigeria. Because Nigeria is the worst cage. The worst cage any human being that wants to be alive will enter. The evil cage. There are times when I usually attend church service and winners, I started from 1990 something in Kaduna. Just some years back, the winners, they say hellfire, this and that, you must pay your tithe. You must pay tithe and give offering to enable. Hello, sir? Hello, sir? Thank you very much. So, my brother, but I discovered that the hellfire they are talking about is Nigeria. That's what I discovered of recently. The hellfire, people the British people write in the book they sent to us in the name of Bible is the hellfire that describing there is Nigeria. Because how can you tell me that you are a normal human being, you stay in the normal place you should stay that is not a hellfire? There will be no work for you. Hungry will be worrying you. If a sickness comes to you, there is no man to go to the hospital. If you eventually get to the hospital, the person that is calling himself doctor or nurse there will ask you to bring 50 or 60 or 100 times before they will touch you. It's not a hellfire. And eventually, if you are hungry and there is no work for you, you eventually touch somebody's banana. That's the fire. The condemned tires will burn upon you. And it is our people causing it. Youth of Biafra land, wake up. That is the only way that our freedom is going to come. Let me send this little warning to one man at Imuka Port Harcourt Road. He called himself Ose. He acts James Bond. He acts as a James Bond there. It is in our people. They call himself local name Ose. One shot man like that carry pump action to intimidate our people every now and then. At the First Bank, Mbuka, Mark Mbuka. That man must be very, very careful.
Thank you very
because
much.
I see him every day, the way he maltreating people around us here. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. We must continue. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Of course, Zoo Epileptic Network as always.
Good evening, my brother from here.
Good evening.
I say good evening to you. Which am I from? One person to Kwaso, Biane Bacha, to Biafran. Good evening to you. Biafrans all over the world. I say good evening to you. Good morning, good night, good evening, depending on your time zone where you're located. My name is Sidi Menso, okay, foreigners in one for Maka Bunka. Omaka is in always in the province of Biafra land. Mazi Onyibe, I love this our brother who spoke tonight and what we don't want to dwell on that now until when the time comes. We are preparing ourselves. My brother, it's quite unfortunate what is happening in Biafra land now. What is happening in our land? These people continue provoking us. These people continue tampering or tampering us in all ramifications. They have spoiled everything in Biafra land. They are tampering our culture. They are tampering everything that has to do with us. But all the same, Mazi, we will not relent. We will continue pushing. Because we are waiting for them in Europe. Let them come here. There is no too much talking in evening gospel. This is our brother who just talked. We are here in Europe representing our brothers in Biafra land, and those of them in Biafra land are representing us. They must follow the command, the channel like we are talking to. Yesterday we met a lot of programs. Yes, on the mayor. Our people refuse to bala mbawure mofo go. Our people refuse to understand. We are coming, somebody living in Europe. This is the heaven you are talking about. And they are coming there to see them. It's a hell. It's a hellfire. That is the hellfire, like this our brother rightly said. And that is why we are fighting all tooth and nail, committing ourselves in any way we can do so that our people will be free. You don't have good hospital, you don't have good road, you don't have good water. What are you living for? People are dying there. don't need the order to form a unit in your town, in your community. Get your people united. Let us be united like a broom. As for this war, this rain is going to rain, but nobody knows when time. But you have to prepare yourself. Do your own. And if for us, we are here for you. We are working. Let the saboteurs come. Do not come to Europe. We are here waiting for them. Mas we are not afraid. Chuko Kabema keep all of you there, and all of us shall see Biafra.
Thank you very much.
But let us use our sense. Let them use their sense. My race see the men who create foreign, and the environs. Guide your town, guide your city. Thank you, my brother Chuko Kabema.
And you too.
Hello?
Yes, good evening, Ada. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, sir. My name is Maureen. I'm from Isaac. Please, I want to speak with my language.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I'm making the zoo, Nigeria. Mamogoa.
Go ahead.
Okay. Boy, Ihaja. Boni Aja, Ihaja. Abolezio Mune Ihaja. Anezimbigo, Papi Haja, Ihaja. Eastern Governor, no Boni Aja, Ihaja. Boni Aja, Ihaja. Ona Basizio Mune Ihaja. Mandikalo Bori Haja, Ihaja. Abari. Eastern Governor, Baki Haja, Ihaja. Bani Haja, Ihaja. Baki Haja, Ihaja. Una Basa Jumu, Iha Mao. One Mela. Hachukogama Chokabuna, Hachukogama Puroni.
Thank you very much. And hopefully this is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. And honestly, Biafran youth, rise. Get ready. Get ready to welcome our sovereign nation, Biafra. As I sign off from here, I appreciate those of you who were able to call in. And those who could not call in, sincerely, I must apologize to you. And those of you who are looking for how to join the IPOB family closer to you, please send me your name, send me your name, your location, and your phone number. And I can assure you somebody will be there to direct you to the nearest IPOB family. And honestly, the journey has just begun. We are not in a hurry. There is no two ways about it. It is Biafra or Biafra. Ndewonu.
Hello, Biafrans, lovers of freedom. Have you heard about the project Ozemena? Means never again. If yes, the part of the newest edition organized by IPOB UK family, Biafra Education Awareness Day. Theme, Biafra Genocide Exhibition. 2 days of more revelation, discovery, insight to all that you need to know about the Biafra Genocide. Date, Friday, 16th August 2019. Saturday, 17th August 2019. Time, 12 p.m. till 8. Venue, Goldsmith University of London and Lewisham Way. New Cross, SE 14, 6NW London. Remembering all Biafran victims and victors, we shall defend our lives or we shall perish. the Biafran struggle is big, strong, and more reliable. With Mazi Nnamdi Okukanu, deputized by Mazi Uche Mefo. This is coming to you from the office of the UK National Coordinator and the Genocide Exhibition Committee. Freedom is what we want.
We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. I say we are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We will show the whole world how much we love Biafra, our beloved father's land. We love and cherish. We will show the whole world how much we love Biafra, our beloved father's land. We love and cherish. Biafra's story is the most touching and painful story in the world. Biafrans have been killing every day and night, but nobody is talking. Everywhere silent. We should be ashamed of ourselves. We said we are Christians, but we do nothing to help the Biafrans. When they are killing Biafrans, we've done nothing to help them. Whether you help or not, we Biafrans, we stand and protect our land, because we love Biafra. We will die for Biafra. Oh, we are Biafra. We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land.